So the Democratic debate as a whole a complete-ish show, but Elizabeth Warren did once again go after Bernie Sanders. I don't want to say go after just because I think it's fair to levy critiques. And so I'm not going to say go after, or if I am, I'm not saying it in like, she shouldn't have done this way. I am not coming from this from a perspective. I want to make this clear that she's not allowed to make these criticisms or whatever. I'm just saying why they're wrong. All right. I just want to make that clear. She's fine to make whatever criticism she wants, but I'm also fine to basically say, nope, that's not accurate. She goes after him in an inaccurate way once again.
But Bernie and I agree on a lot of things, but I think I would make a better president than Bernie. And the reason for that is that getting a progressive agenda enacted is going to be really hard, and it's going to take someone who digs into the details to make it happen. Bernie and I both wanted to help rein in Wall Street. In 2008, we both got our chance, but I dug in, I fought the big banks, I built the coalitions, and I won. Bernie and I both want to see universal health care, but Bernie's plan doesn't explain how to get there, doesn't show how we're going to get enough allies into it, and doesn't show enough about how we're going to pay for it. I dug in, I did the work, and then Bernie's team trashed me for it. We need a president who is going to dig in, do the hard work, and actually get it done. Progressives have got one shot, and we need to spend it with a leader who will get something done.
So she's been making this argument for a while. She's the one who's going to get progressive change done. She's the one who knows. So there's this myth that's going around that's perpetuated mostly by Hillary bots. And so basically they're saying, if you support Bernie over Elizabeth Warren at this point, you're a sexist because Elizabeth Warren has better plans and is more progressive, which is obviously totally bogus. When you read her plans, they are garbage plans. Her Medicare for All plan, for example, actually wants to do a double vote. And so what that means is the first vote is going to be a public option. Then 3 years into her term, which is basically an excuse of an issue to run for on a re-election, which is embarrassing. After midterms happen where the Republicans and the big industries are going to spend a ton of money, they're going to lobby the hell out of Congress to get through those midterms, and then after that she's going to do it. So as if doing one vote for the ACA, trying to get that passed, wasn't so difficult, imagine a second vote in which there's an opportunity given to flip all of Congress. Just imagine how stupid that is. That's her Medicare for All plan, all right? And then also, it's funded by a regressive payroll tax. Okay, so her plans suck when you actually look at them. Her student loan cancellation plan doesn't even cancel all student loan debt. Her foreign policy plan, she doesn't really have one. It's more about like, yay, let's make a green military. It's kind of like that meme of, you've seen that tweet where it says, liberals, more women guards, as a response to basically child prison camps, essentially. More women guards. That's the liberal meme, right? You get that vibe, right? It's all about the gender stuff instead of the actual issues of like, hey, maybe we should stop imperialism. No, instead it's like, no, let's have a diverse military. It's hilarious. So her whole thing is embarrassingly, and she didn't really have a foreign policy plan. And you guys remember she voted for Donald Trump's 2017 military budget. Don't forget about that. So she doesn't actually have any of these plans. So what she's talking about doesn't make any sense. Also, she's talking about the filibuster. Now, she has no power to remove the filibuster, and Bernie Sanders has already explained how he's going to pass his policies. He's going to pass Medicare for All through what's called budget reconciliation. That's what the skinny repeal of Obamacare was attempted to be repealed through. And all it takes is 51 votes through budget reconciliation. And so that is why he's going to be able to do. He's going to be able to do that through a little tweak where the vice president determines, certain objections. And so if he tells his vice president, no, that's not objectionable, well, then he's sitting pretty and chilling. So he's actually got those. And then Bernie Sanders is the one who's going to fight. Elizabeth Warren is weak. She's not a fighter. She's a weakling. She backs away. She waffles. She changes her mind. She lies. Untrustworthy. Bernie Sanders, on the other hand, very, very trustworthy, very, very legit, very, very consistent. And so he's already explained how he's going to get these through. He's going to primary all Democrats who don't support it, publicly shame people, not people, but, the representatives in Congress. And we're going to get them through a mass movement to basically do it. And then he's also provided his numbers to pay. Most of the payment, I think, will come from a 7.5% payroll tax. And then obviously you've got study after study. By the way, there's a study that came out from Yale Medicine, as you guys are all aware. And then there was also one that came out from PLOS Medicine that was a meta-analysis. So a meta-analysis is an analysis of all of the analyses. And so it's like an analysis of analyses. And so 19 of 22 said that there would be 19 of 22 studies of single-payer healthcare plans have shown that there would be savings in single-payer systems, and that's studies across the board politically. So a Mercatus study, Koch-funded think tank, also came to the same conclusion. So Elizabeth Warren's attacks are really flaccid. They don't land. They don't mean anything. And again, she can criticize and go after Bernie Sanders. Not when she lies about him, by the way. When she lies by saying that, he said that women can't run. That's unacceptable. But if she wants to levy this critique, allow her, and then I'm debunking her as just being totally dead wrong.